All right, guys. So I want to tell you all about me. Well, I'm a business person, a business oriented person. I am a more devoted to God kind of individual. Um, I have a daughter. She's 9 now. Uh, and pretty much, I'm not too regular of a guy. Uh, I worked from the time I was, 15 at jobs. People that know me from YouTube know the story of my career. I started my first business when I was 3 years old, and I will link my YouTube channel uh, below. So I want you to check out my YouTube videos so you get more of a feel of who I am and what I'm all about. I'm all about business. That's my mission in life is to make money. Uh, I believe I will be the richest person in the world someday, the richest man in the world someday. Um, I love women. I have hopes to have a big family someday. I'm only 30. I could still make that happen. I'm all about legacy. I want to leave behind a legacy and I want to take care of the family that I currently have. Um, Me being me, I am very in touch spiritually. Spiritually, I'm always thinking about stuff like heaven and what happens when we die and stuff like that. Um, I I lift. You can't really tell. I train for strength, not really muscle. Um, I do my push-ups. You see, you can't really see. I don't want to take my shirt off because, uh, well, I'm kind of fat. So yeah, that's why. So yeah, I eat high protein diet. Um, Probably try to consume like I put it to you this way: when I have protein, I eat my protein every day. But right now, I don't have protein because I'm broke. I get disability. I was diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder when I was 17, 18 years old, but that does not make me a bad CEO. I think, you know, business is a no brainer. I kind of have the royal DNA of my grandfather was a project manager for 20 years by the time my mom was born. So I kind of have management in my blood. I have authority and leadership in my blood. And, my mom was a princess. You know, at least it's my understanding that my mom was raised under very different standards than her two older siblings. I have a big, beautiful family. And, it's just, I haven't talked to my mom in a long time. And that's the one thing that kind of bugs me about it is she stopped answering my phone calls back in 2018. I haven't talked to her really since 2018. And yeah, so all about me. Well, I'm all about, I don't know what I'm all about. I guess I show what I'm all about. I'm all about business. That's what I do. You know, um, it's like, I don't want a bunch of women in my life. I don't want like, uh, I don't, I mean like sexual kind of partners, I don't want a whole lot of that. I think if I can find someone who wants to marry me, that would be, you know, that would be more than I could ever want. Is like, I don't want a whole bunch of different sexual partners. I really do just want one person and the freedom to kind of do what I want sexually If a woman wants to have sex with me, that's very beautiful. I'm not gonna like deny her that. And you got to have these conversations. So I'm very much a logical, straightforward kind of person. When I met this girl, if I can open up the chat, I want to see if she messaged me back. She did not message me back. Yeah, we talked all night long, and then she didn't message me all day, you know. But I'm not giving up on her because she is hot, and she said she wants to have a big family. I said I want to have a big family, and I'm hoping that this is the one that I can maybe have a family in the future with. So, yeah, I don't want a whole bunch of like women in my life that were not equals and we're not the same. The girl that I met, what was it, yesterday or no, the other day now, she owns her own business too. She makes like 6 figures a year from her own business, like low 6 figures a year. Actually, she was replying to an ad that I posted looking for a job, and she said that she wanted me to be her bodyguard. And we got to talking, and she thought I was cute and stuff. And I said, that's great. Why don't, instead of if I be your bodyguard, I just be your boyfriend, and we could use the money that you would have paid me to invest into an Amazon store. That's kind of my method of making money when I'm not, selling equity in my company. And this is not really like making money, To me, this is not like making money. I guess it is like making money, but I'm also buying myself a job. I'm buying myself a job. And, yeah, it's nice. It's like entrepreneurship. It's a good life every day. Every day is a good life. Even if it's a hard life, it's still a good life. It's a good life. Like, a lot of people are depressed and have basically beep financial circumstances. Well, sometimes my life is better than others. Some days are better than others, but overall entrepreneurship to me this is my dream. This is what my dream all my life. I always wanted to own my own business. I can't believe that when I have my own business, it's actually like this much fun, So, yeah, so what more do you need to know about me? Well, I chief tobacco, like the king chief of the Potawatomi tribe. And when it comes to life, I know I sound pretty like firm and stern right now. It's because I'm working. But usually, you guys know I like to tell a lot of jokes. I keep a sense of humor about everything, you know. So keep a sense of humor, and I'm not shy at all. I'm a little bit ugly. I'm a little bit too not shy for how ugly I am. Um, you know, I look a lot different on camera than I do in real life. So, I'm not discriminatory. I think there's beauty in all people. I think that's a major problem. If you're not from America, then you don't know that other people that are not like you exist in the world. And let me tell you this, it's true. Different races of people are very different. We are not all the same. And but I find the beauty in things. I find the beauty in people. There's nothing. There's nothing to hate about anybody. That's what I love about this earth. Is even though people is like, conversely, one of the things that can make life so miserable, dealing with our differences and our disagreements, can make life pretty miserable sometimes. But I fucking love people. I love people. And I just want to make the world a better place, kind of like Jesus Christ. Kind of like Jesus Christ. That's what I wanted to be since I was a kid, just to give myself to the world and see what I can get in return. Whatever it is, if when I was a kid, and even kind of today, I have this inner, ferocity to not be. It would be hard for me to accept a life living on like $1 a day, but if that's what my purpose in life was, then that's what I would do, happily with a smile on my face. Just to be able to give myself to the world and just to make it fucking better. But instead, I do that with business, and I currently own 12 kind of seed companies, seed ventures. Well, if you count the Bank of Cryptocurrency as one of those, is basically a startup company. I don't consider the Bank of Cryptocurrency a typical startup company. I think we have real long-term potential, and I love technology. I'm a big dork for like playing on my phone and stuff. I work from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. But I love watching like motivational videos and like listening to good music that pumps me up and pumps me full of adrenaline. I drink coffee like a fiend, but I'm all out of coffee. I get paid this morning at 10 o'clock, but then I have to spend money on ads to, I live off of $36 a week right now. I have to pay as today is November 5th, and today is my first day of running ads for my campaign to sell shares of my company, the Bank of Cryptocurrency. I thought my arm might be bigger today, but it's not. Usually my arm is a lot bigger. Macho man. More like Nacho Man. God, I hate being fat. I'm not like fat. I guess I'm just like husky, and it's not what I ever wanted to be. When I was a little boy, I liked to imagine that one day I would be big like Arnold from the movie Pumping Iron. But then I found out that Arnold was taking a bunch of steroids and stuff. He admittedly was taking steroids. I'm not snitching. It's one thing I'm not, is a fucking snitch. But I don't lie either. If I have to lie to like not get someone arrested, then I guess I would lie. Like one of my friends, it was like, or anybody really, if I have to lie to like conceal like a big deep dark government secret or something, or like a conspiracy, I'd probably lie about that. But other than that, I don't really lie. I'm generally very modest, very honest, very thoughtful, and I care about people. It's one thing that separates me from the average monkey walking this fucking earth, is I give a shit about people, And I'm not gonna. And if you think for a second that you could take advantage of that, you got a sad thing coming when I knock your freaking face off, kid. And also, that's kind of the values that I instill into the people around me. Is like, the world doesn't need more shitty fucking people. If you want to be a shitty fucking person, go fucking kill yourself. It's like, the world does not need more shitty fucking people, and just because I'm a good person doesn't mean something can't happen to ya. Have something happen to you out here, man. Yeah, you better trust and believe. I whoop ass, dude. Let's talk about that for a second. I fight people almost all the time, and I don't really lose. I've been in 8 fights in my life, and I only really lost 1 fight. I doubt if 95% of men could beat me in a fight, even if they tried their best. If they're trying their best, I'm going to be trying my fucking best, and I'm going to fucking win. But I'm very peaceful, mostly. Very peaceful. I tolerate disrespect very well, but attacks on my life will never be tolerated. If I find that someone's talking to my daughter in spite of me, they might just wind up having something happen to them real bad, I'm not scared of consequences of going to jail for a little while to defend my pride and to defend my family and to defend myself. If I kill you in self-defense, I won't go to prison for that, The last person I fought, was gonna kill him. Yeah, I was gonna kill him. He started talking to the girl that I was talking to, and was doing like dark, not like dark, deep but like psychology, but like little weasel psychology tactics. I wouldn't call it dark psychology. He was doing like little weasel tactics to get me to not talk to her. So I took my girl back and then I beat his fucking ass. And I was gonna kill him, but someone pulled me off of him. So don't fucking go there with me. Love the fact that I love people. I probably love you. I do not like a fucking hater. I do not like a fucking hater and a piece of shit. If I could push a button to kill every piece of shit on this earth, if it was my own fucking brother, I would. And if you are a piece of shit, I hope you don't invest into my fucking company. I don't need your money that fucking bad. My grandfather was a United States Marine, and I take after him in a big way. I think that's, kind of a part of my DNA. My grandfather was a big motherfucker. My grandfather was like 6'2", and I'm like 6 feet tall. My biological father was not much of a part of my life, and it didn't affect me. I'm sure of course it like affected me, but it didn't affect me emotionally. I grew up just fine. A lot of people come from a lot worse places than you, and I promise that's not the only bad part about my life. I just don't want to get into it right now. I was sexually abused as a kid. I was addicted to drugs as a teenager, but you know what? You don't hear me fucking complaining. I made something of my fucking life in spite of everything. Don't let your past, like, if you want to be somebody in your fucking life, first of all, invest into the bank of cryptocurrency. If you want to, if you want to be somebody in your fucking life, you have to make a concentrated effort. I recommend to just change everything all at once. They don't do one thing at a fucking time. Change everything all at once. That's how you get motivated. You want to evolve into this fucking Hulk of a fucking person. Well, maybe you can't do it instantly like the literal Hulk, but you could be like pretty fucking good in like 6 months, you know. You can do like pretty fucking good in like 6 months, you know. Pretty much, I'm all about motivating people and inspiring people. You know, I'm all about fucking, you know, I have such care for people. It's not something that I have to summon up to give a shit about people. It's like, I just care. I'm a good person. I'm not a fucking amazing person, but I'm just a good person. You could even call me a fucking great person. But I don't take shit from anybody. If someone disrespects me, I start thinking that that's the first step in getting something happen to you, you know. And, you better fucking watch your back at that point of disrespect. But other than that, I'm a great fucking person. I tend to have that mentality that if you treat me like shit, you'll treat any fucking buddy like shit, and maybe you deserve to have something fucking happen to you. So that's my mentality. Anyways, I don't want to end this video on that note. I love writing. I love reading. I love listening to audiobooks, motivational videos, inspirational, like adrenaline fueled music, like a lot of good rock and roll and like dubstep, and I like Netflix. Netflix I think is kind of like a pride fueled, like maybe even like not someone that I would really want to be friends with. Maybe not. I don't know. Because in his pictures, he looks like a docile, kind of more like harmless kind of guy. God damn it. I'm not going to make this video over just because I shit talked Netflix. Okay? Netflix is fucking awesome. I love everything he represents, but it's just not spiritually logical. It's not spiritually correct. Pride is a fucking devil right there. Pride is a fucking devil. And yeah, I like adrenaline, but I stopped believing in like total freedom, and like I started going with the flow when I was like 21. And oddly enough, that's when a lot of awesome shit started happening for me. I started serving the Lord at the age of 21 full time, and my reaping what I sow has been fucking phenomenal. So I'm very like spiritual with everything that I think. I love you guys, and I want to talk to you guys later. Contact me below. It's my personal phone number. Contact me below to talk about the offer to buy shares of the Bank of Cryptocurrency. I mean, for every dollar you send me is more money that I could spend advertising the sale of the company. So please, consider it. The shares are worth $20 each, and I'm charging $1 each because I'm broke and I need your help. And really, I don't care if I lose a chunk of money in the short term if I'm going to be making billions in the long term. I'm stopping the sale of these assets when I reach $20 million. I'm stopping the sale of these assets when I reach $20 million. So, it doesn't really matter. I have a portfolio of businesses worth $100 million. My future projections of how much money I'm going to make is over $100 billion. I have hopes to make a few $1 trillion. I want to be the richest man in the world. I'm taking full advantage of this kind of internet opportunity. And sometimes I search the internet for hours looking for a domain name to have the perfect domain name for a business that I think is a good idea, And that's how I found the Bank of Cryptocurrency. I probably looked through the internet for like an hour until I thought about the Bank of Cryptocurrency. I thought, when I found it, I thought, you gotta be kidding me, man. Yeah, I thought, Mom, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is available? I think I had $50 in the bank. No, I think I had $50 cash. I forget what it was, but I had to wait. I don't think I don't remember. I don't think I was able to buy it right away. I think I had to wait 4 or 5 or 7 days, to get my final paycheck from the job that I had just gotten fired from because I had to whoop this kid's ass. At the job that I worked with, I had to whoop this guy's ass because he was threatening me and stuff. Because he was fucking young and just being a fucking dickhead. So I kicked his fucking ass. And, yeah, so this is the IPO before the IPO. This is the private offering of shares of the Bank of Cryptocurrency. I don't know if you want to see my ID. I want to show you my ID. Okay, let's see. Okay, so just so you know, that's who I am. This is also, I did not, sorry, I forgot to show you my picture. So that is me. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. This is an Ohio state ID. I'm not ripping you off, just you should invest into this company. If you've got some good money stacked up, I recommend you invest $10,000 minimum into this company. $10,000 invested now will get you $200,000 within about 5 years. So, with any amount of money that you have, if you are a wealthy motherfucker, if you're a rich motherfucker like how I want to be, you could expedite this whole process by giving me a few million or even 10 million, but I'm not going to sell you the fucking asset. I'm not going to sell you the domain name and the trademark. Basically, and not for any amount of money. But yeah, I mean, if you want to be the one to give me 20 million bucks for a percentage of this, for you know 20 million bucks, 20 million shares right there, so and if you do that, in theory, you'll have access. Anyone who invests into the company will have access to opportunities moving forward. You'll be the first one that I contact, or aside from literally my family. You'll be on the top of my mind any time for the rest of my life. Anything comes up. Yeah, I'm good to my people. I'm good to my investors, and if you're my investor, then you're my fucking people. God damn it! And I love you guys. And I don't know what else to talk about. I hate this flavor of potato chips. I used to love them when I was a kid, but basically that's all I had to eat yesterday. I have like some pizza over here, but I found it in the garbage, so it doesn't count. Guys, I eat food out of the garbage all the time. And I panhandle for money all the time, and I'm broke all the time. Being on welfare fucking sucks. It's given me a great opportunity to build my business. It's given me a great opportunity to build my business while not having time constraints like work and stuff. But it's time for me to move on, and I need your help with that. So please, I say please, you're getting something out of it, but I still can't help but feel like you're helping me more than we're helping each other about the same. But I'm so grateful for anyone, if anyone does invest into the working capital for this company. I can't wait to get to where I'm going in my near future, hopefully. Just yesterday, I decided that I'm ready to do the bank of cryptocurrency. I started coding for it like last week, and I realized pretty quickly that I need a team. So that's where this oeuvre of videos came from. Is I need a team. I need back-end support to build the blockchain, to sell the coins, to build the servers, to buy the office. I need your guys' help, and if you help me when I need it the most, someone will help you when you need it the most. And or rather, you'll make a lot of fucking money helping me.